So you may be asking at this point, Sandy, what the hell does all of this have to do with currency? It has everything to do with currency. Because the President of the United States is propping up or holding up Argentina's economy, and because digital nomads are spending $50,000 to $100,000 a year in the country because of the increased tax base from sites like Booking.com and Airbnb, things are going to change there. If things keep going the way it's going, the currency value, the ARS, Argentina's currency, will increase against the US dollar. So I said all of this to say, maybe investing into the ARS is not a bad idea, regardless of their politics, if the current president is reelected or not. You may want to research investing in the ARS because the United States has decided that it is in their best interest to support Argentina rather than to have China influence Argentina. So all I'm saying is what the IRS has taught me in these over 20 years of being a tax professional. You follow the money. Now, let's look at the numbers for one quick moment. Say you have 25,000 digital nomads or retirees, long-term travelers staying in Argentina for a year. They spend $50,000 a year for rent, utilities, food, doctor services, entertainment, etc., which is low. $50,000 is low. People, when you multiply 25,000 times $50,000 a year, you come up with $1,250,000,000 distributed into Argentina's economy. And digital nomads, we know where everybody else is going because the internet is what we do. And that's how we stay on top of what's going on, who's going where, what's happening. So when everybody heads to Argentina, it's no problem to get a number of 25,000 people within a year's time circling in and out and through Argentina or any other country. $1 billion into the economy, that's a lot, people. That's a lot. As you know, I am a digital nomad, retired, yet still working online while traveling. Now, this is an article that was sent out to thousands and thousands of digital nomads. And the title was, Argentina Could Be a Superpower. And I'm saying to myself, okay, maybe I need to read this, especially since the President of the United States has authorized a $20 billion loan to Argentina. And they are talking about providing another $20 billion. So what's going on here? This is what I've seen, guys. I'm not an economist and I can't prove it, but this is what I've seen. I have seen digital nomads and long-stay travelers changing the economics for some countries. Now, I haven't noticed the GDP changes because I haven't researched that, but what I have noticed is an increase in the rents, the cost of services, and for food. In hotspots where digital nomads all of a sudden start showing up, prices start going up. And the local people benefit from these millions and millions of dollars that are sent into or distributed into the economy because of digital nomads. Now, I went to my friendly calculator on GDP and asked some specific questions about how much it would cost or how many digital nomads would have to show up in a particular region to change the GDP. And the calculations were astonishing. Basically, 10,000 to 50,000 digital nomads or long-term travelers converging on one spot over a small duration of time, say 6 months, can change a city or a country's overall economics greatly. And I've seen this, I've experienced it in Puerto Vallarta over almost 10 years ago. I've experienced this. People are on the move internationally and they are changing the currency, the value of the currency to the US dollar. Now, since the United States has provided $20 billion to Argentina, naturally, U.S. citizens are going to follow the money because now they feel a little bit slightly, or a lot, entitled. And believe me, they are converging on Argentina. I was there less than a year ago for 3 months. And there are many, many digital nomads there. And as I read and watch the news, there are many, many more arriving in Argentina. Now, the first thing that happens is when you get to the airport in these countries, they want to know 2 things. 1, where are you staying? And they want an address. And 2, how long you plan to be there, when are you leaving? So once you provide this information or documentation, what we call a forward on airline ticket, meaning you're leaving the country on a certain date, then you're good to go. They allow you in with little problem. But what they're doing, once you explain the address and tell them who your landlord is, where you're staying, they are taxing the property owners. This means their tax base is increasing greatly. And regardless of how far behind they are in technology, they know how to take down an address and they know how to follow through with the property owner and charge taxes. So this tax base, these millions of digital nomads that are traveling around the world are changing the tax base for third world countries, and already developed countries are just changing the dynamics economically for countries all over the world. Now, if you've been looking at your screen, you're looking at the article. It's a very, very long and extensive article. And basically what I'm hearing, no one's saying it, but what I'm hearing and seeing is that they're recommending that maybe if you are of European descent, you may want to head to Argentina. Not necessarily Mexico, but Argentina. And I would say, yeah, that might be right. However, if you are a person of color, you might want to stop in Brazil for 2 or 3 months and experience Brazil so you have a point of reference and then go on to Argentina, if that's what you choose. Brazil was much more comfortable for me, but that might not be the same for everyone.